Hello guys, welcome back. This is Thonan here on the Daily Grind. I decided to wake up early this day and I'm trying my hand at competitive mode on DC Unchained, and, and that's one of the reasons I think this game is not more popular. It, its time, its schedule is for Asian countries. So right now it's like 7 o'clock in the morning for me, and I'm having trouble finding matchups in competitive mode on DC Unchained. I'm gonna cancel this. No, it won't let me. Um, well, it's amazing when it works because it's live. It's player versus player live, not controlled by the computer, no shenanigans. It's more or less skill based because, yeah, gears, the comic book covers, the valoriums, and everything weights down on the results. But for the most part, you can blame the game if you lose, like I just did versus Asia Sam. That is very obviously this is end game. This is not for the weak of heart. The lowest entry level is a maxed out character, at least a maxed out character, and you don't get to call supporters and you don't get to call friends inside this. So you have to get your good team built built up for any contingency, and this is taking way too long. I don't know why it's not letting me cancel, because supposedly there's a fast matching time. So it must be that everybody else is playing. And this is not as fast as Rank War. In Rank War, you can finish some of the matches in 10 seconds or less, depending on how you build your team. But this one is a bit more nuanced. You have to make use of the evasion skill. You have to really consider the affinity advantages that your character might have. And like I mentioned before, don't try to go into this without at least a maxed out character. That's all 12 Celestial Valoriums and at least a rank 30 comic book, which is nowhere near max. The comic book covers go up to 125, I believe, or 150. So at least level 30 average of comic book covers. All your skills should be maxed out. All your gears should be implemented. Um, that's why you have to grind hard for this game. It won't let me in or out now. I'm gonna pause the video a bit and I'll be right back. Alright, I made it back. I had to shut down the entire application because apparently it got stuck. The prices for this are rather good if you can climb up in ranks. I mean, the last PvP ranking has some sweet valoriums, gems, and gold cards available. So it pays well if you decide to invest in this. But the real problem is that you only have a window of around 2 hours to play as long as you can. I'm going to try to find a match just to show you. And this is why I am not playing ranked or competitive a whole lot. Since I stopped playing for 6 or 7 months, I think it was 8. Um, my guys are not up to speed. I have to improve a lot of them. Uh, Even though Superman is one of the better PvP guys that you can build in this game, Green Lantern and Aquaman are way better. And everything is lively. That guy is not computer controlled, that's a guy controlling his character, and of course we are both trying, I defeated him, of get the best of each other. So there's a lot of evasion going on. You have to get your... Oh, I got a nice bonus. An extra point. Is this live? You can get a lot of matches rather fast. Oh, so it's the same guy. But the problem is you have to get up real early in the morning, like 6 or 7 a.m. in order to play this game mode. And I don't think... Because this is mid-afternoon for Asia. Almost evening. So of course they have an easier time. They have an easier time getting guys to play. Yeah. But it's very interesting, it's very very fun. It's kind of distracting trying to run a play-by-play. I'm not used to doing that. If I had a joypad, maybe this would be easier. Let's try to get another one. Just to show you. If it takes more than 1 minute, then I'm ending the video right there. So yeah, that's the main problem. You have to get up way early in the morning. Like the same guy again? Well, if it's just him and me, I'm not complaining. So it is a bit unfair. My account level is 21, his is 12. He could have maxed out characters at account level 12, but it's very unlikely. So chances are I'm really taking advantage. Yeah, I'm gonna let him hit me just in case. No, my equipment, my Valoriums and everything else, even if I switch to Batman, yeah, Batman versus Batman, I'm going to crap all over here. Yeah, this is more fair because my Batman, even though it is rank 12, look, it's rank 8 and only has a couple of Valorians equipped, but just the permastone on the Batwing device. I mean, this is adding insult to injury. But it's the same if I go against one of the better build guys or one of the oldest guys. I'm going to return to lobby and just end it here because I'm going to keep winning against that guy. That's so unfair. But this is the thing with this game mode. It's a single ladder for everyone. There are no leagues. You just keep climbing like this. I start at bronze, then silver, and the only way to climb the ladder is to keep accruing trophies. But it's a single ladder, so sooner or later you will run into guys that have been playing for a long time, and just even though this is more skill based than the rank war, the gear, the upgrades that you have on your characters, they weigh too much. So I usually just play these resets every week. I just play here a couple of matches if I'm able to get the 300 gems every week and leave it at that, because I still have to work a lot on my characters. I feel I am not ready. I have never reached silver in this thing. I have tried like 6 or 7 times, and this is not to discourage you, just to state the reality of the game. This game has been out for over a year now, or is about to reach its first anniversary. So there are a lot of good players, a lot of grinders, a lot of people who have been farming. I didn't, and as such my only developed character is Superman. And just to show you real quick, because it's also a bit of a humble brag, his normal skin is now in the top 1% for the server, almost maxed out. I just need 5 gold cards to max out his skills, his basic skills, and my skin is rank double S, and also it's only 160 shards and metal shards away from being completely maxed out, and my Superman Fallen Godfall skin is now top 3% for the server. And the rest is just working on my Valoriums. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 Celestial Valoriums, and one of them is already completely maxed out. Remember, this is a disclaimer. Even though I started playing at launch, I stopped playing around a month and a half after launch, because the game was just they hadn't decided on what the game was going to be. If it was going to be more about PvP or PvE, and the mechanics have changed for the skins, for the Valoriums. The way you farm, the way you get stuff has changed a lot in the intervening time. But now it looks like it has finally settled down, and I started playing again a month and a half ago. So really I have only been playing this game for like 3 or 4 months in real time. and in hours that will be around 150 hours, maybe 200 hours total. So for this type of games, that's basically nothing. So that was the live PvP, and it's one of the reasons why I also make so very little content for this game, because I'm not at a place where I can actually show you guys a lot of stuff. But I'm going to start a newbie series of videos for this, because I'm reading on several forums that there are a lot of questions about how the game works, and the usual ones, what characters are good, how do you make them work, what's there to invest, should I spend money in this game? And pertaining that last question, my answer would be, for uh, this one is generous like DC Legends, not so much. They give you a lot of in-game currency, but there is very little on which to spend. But if I were to spend money in this game, I will recommend to you to come here to the base and buy this 1 month expansion for the base inventory. It's very cheap, it's around $3 or $5. I have that in Mexican currency because I live in Mexico, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's $2.50. But what this thing allows you to do is to perform your dispatches, and it basically just keeps cycling all of the missions. So for example, you get a cover every 2 hours more or less. So if you buy the expansion, then you only have to log in once every day, and you will get the whole set of covers, and it will save you the time of having to log in when there's a notification, and when you don't have this base expansion. I'm about to buy one next week. They give you a trial for 7 days when you have a new account, because this is more or less recent. Or for example, the Valoriums that you get one every 3 hours or something. You get materials and stuff. It puts them aside, so when you log back in, you can claim everything that has already completed, so you don't lose anything. This is one of the better ways to spend money that I have seen, and it's completely justifiable for a game like this. And the other one, if you want to spend money in this particular game, in DC Unchained, buy currency. Whichever one you like, and then the rest spend on buying your gems. Spend them in the card box 10+1, because it guarantees that you will get at least one gold card every time you do that. And the Valoriums, if you are set on spending money in this game, real life money in this game, those two would be the only things that I could recommend to you, because the character unlockers are just not worth it. It's $100 for 6 characters, and you can get, through normal grinding, through normal farming, even if you don't spend a lot of money, every month you will be able to get at least 3 free characters per month, because they come on sale every week the character on sale changes, and you're able to buy that character here where it says purchase. When it's on sale, you can get them for 1,000 gems. So they are basically free. And outside of that, there is nothing to spend on. Everything else you can get by farming. But if you want to support the game, I will advise to you that you get the base expansion, this one, the inventory expansion, and your occasional gem exchange. And if you really feel like doing that every once in a while, this past Christmas they were selling this limited skin package. Get that whenever it's on sale. Get your shards, but everything else on the store is more or less useless. It's not worth your money. But getting there like this, I'm gonna buy one just to show you. You buy this box and you always get at least one gold card, and you get mileage and everything else at random. Why? Because then you can come to the exchange and you can change that. For example, if I wanted my Superman gold cards, I choose that and I want 5, and I can exchange all my Batman cards and convert them to Superman cards using the exchange particle. So that's one way of doing stuff, and that's what I would advise to you to spend on if you feel like spending. And the rest is just farm out, have patience. I have not spent a dime in this game except for one base expansion a month ago, so that's already finished. And as you can see, in just 3 or 4 months of play, just by doing the events inside of the game and performing my quests, I almost have every character unlocked in the game, and this is the newest one. And I didn't get Darkfire and Queen Bee because well, I'm not interested in the characters, so I got the popular ones, mostly the ones that are repeats from DC Legends: Martian Manhunter, Starfire, Lobo, Black Adam, Captain Marvel, Satana, Enchantress. Eclipso, it's missing on DC Legends. And for example here, Bliss is the one that is missing on DC Legends. But I have almost everyone already unlocked. Here I'm only missing Doomsday. So don't worry too much about buying characters with real life money. If you're going to spend real life money in this game, buy gems and get your gold cards, which are harder to get than coins and silver cards. And your Valoriums. Valoriums make or break the characters. So that's all for today. That's all for this video. I would like to thank you for your time, for watching and subscribing to the channel if you like it. Leave a like, leave a comment. I read everything that you send to me, even if I don't respond. I read everything and I take it to heart, in the sense that if you ask for a specific thing that I'm able to make a video for, I will make a video especially for you. So until next time, keep grinding on. We'll see each other next time. See you around.